Hello, welcome to the Wise Way to Success podcast. I am your host, Robert Wise, and today we're talking about that nighttime anxiety. You know the anxiety we get when we're about to go to sleep or we're actually in bed and we have all those anxious thoughts like, oh, is this person mad at me? Oh, did I not send that email out? Oh, what if I don't do well on my exam tomorrow? So let's talk about nighttime anxiety. And today I'm going to help you to bust some of those anxious thoughts. So first and foremost, I don't know about you, but when I want to go to bed, I want to go to bed. It's not my place to go to worry, it's to go to sleep. So we have to condition our brain to recognize that bed is to sleep. It's not to start reminiscing about the day and what you need to be doing tomorrow. It's to sleep. So you have to just remember that when you have these anxious thoughts, that nothing's going to get resolved. You're in bed. Nothing you're worrying about or you're thinking about is actually going to be helpful to you. Actually, if anything, it's preventing you from having a good night's sleep. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to tell yourself, this is my sleep time. This is not my time to worry. This is not my time to have these thoughts. I will go to sleep and think about this tomorrow. Now, if it's such an important thought, you'll remember it tomorrow. And if you don't, you don't. It couldn't be that important. What you want to train the brain is to let yourself sleep, and that your bed is not to worry, it is to sleep. So you have to recognize that the thoughts are, I don't know how to say this, not important, futile, unnecessary. They're not going to do anything for you except keeping you awake. So you're going to, again, note the thought as, I don't need to think about this, I'm going to sleep. And then I want you to shift your thought into something that helps you to promote you to sleep. So rather than entertain the anxious thought, you're going to say, you know what? I'm going to think about this tomorrow. I'm in bed right now. And then you're going to use a technique to help you actually fall asleep. I call it the animal game. I'll give you my tip. The ABCDEFG animal game. A is for an ant. B is for bear. C for cat. D for dog. E for elephant. So now I am going to tire my brain by playing a game that is neutral, that is not going to give me anxiety, and basically going to help me focus on something else. This is a great technique to tire your brain and also not keep you focused on the anxious thought, because you know what? The anxious thought, we don't want it. We don't need it. We don't want it. It's just stopping you from sleeping. So what we want to do is we want to distract the mind with something that's going to tire the mind and not focus on anything that has to do with anxiety. Another really great tip that I can give you is if you insist on worrying about the thought, you get out of bed and then you'd write the thought down. What that does is it makes you say, oh, I'm too tired. I don't want to go out of my bed to write the thought. Well, if you're too tired to get out of the bed to write the thought, then you're too tired to give the thought the power you're using while you're sleeping. So this is also a great technique. Because if you say to yourself, oh, I'm too tired, then obviously it can't be that important. So that already tells you the thought can wait. And most of the thoughts that we have during the night are literally just anxious thoughts. Our mind is overwhelmed. We're thinking about things that happened during the day. And we really need to condition our mind not to worry about those things, especially while we sleep. A really good tool known as sleep hygiene is also prepping for bed. So one way that I like to prep for bed, and some people think I'm a little bit nuts for this, is I take a really cold shower. I mean like an ice cold shower. So what that does is it kind of puts my body in a reset. I do it right before I go to bed. It's really cold. It's not the most pleasant thing in the world, but your body just feels reset. Then what I do from there is I write into my gratitude journal. I write about 5 or 6 things that I'm grateful for the day. I then put on some nice meditation music to sleep to, and I call it a night. I call that prepping for bed. Cold shower, gratitude journal, and maybe some nice soft music or sounds of rain, thunder. I love rain, thunder. It really helps me sleep. And then I allow myself to go to bed. And if I get an anxious thought that's like, Rob, are you sure that you sent out all your reports last night? You know what? I'll check tomorrow. Definitely not going to worry about it while I'm trying to sleep, because what's the point if I'm trying to sleep about worrying about something that I can't control or change? So it's time to bust those anxious thoughts at night, and it's time to let go of them because they do not serve you a purpose. Sleep is for sleep. Condition your brain. That's my bed. That's my time to sleep, not my time to worry, not my time to process the day, not my time to overanalyze everything that happened and what everybody said to me during the day. It's time to sleep. It's time to calm the mind. So, what I am here to tell you right now is get some good quality sleep and not give in to those anxious thoughts. You don't need them, you don't want them, and you definitely don't want them while you're sleeping and wanting to go to bed. So play the animal game, and if you run out of animals, you can go to movies that start with every letter of the alphabet. And when you run out of movies, you can go to foods. A for apple, B for banana, C for, I don't even know what starts with, chocolate. There you go. So my advice to you is to not worry in bed, but instead tire the mind with an alphabet game. I'm Robert Wise, your Wise Way coach. If you like this video, if this was helpful for you, please subscribe to the channel. Please share with your friends and family, and let's spread the knowledge to the Wise Way community. Until next time, go to sleep and have a good night.